Hello, Aquarius. How are you guys doing? Whoops. How's everybody doing today? This is Patty, and I thank you for coming to Divine Warrior Intuitive. If this is your first time anyway, I appreciate it. I hope you have a lot of fun. I'm a little bit of a goofball. I am an intuitive empath, very intuitive, but also, too, need help from the divine. So my readings, my tarot readings come from the divine. I ask for him to come through straight out, and whoever he sends, that's up to him. It could be my answers, your ancestors. I have no idea. It could be guides, could be angels, whatever. I don't know who it is that he sends through, but I do get them. Had lots of downloads last reading, and I'm like, holy Toledo, slow down up there. It must be a real busy day. Anyway, those of you that have returned, thank you. I appreciate you coming back and checking me out again. I hope you have a lot of fun. I can be a little bit of a goofball, I know. And I probably shouldn't be, but this is just who I am. This is who he made me to be. So let's get started. But before we do get started, could you please, if you haven't yet, subscribed so that if you know, this is actually a pre-recording. My internet is having some issues. So they're coming tomorrow to fix it, yes, because I like doing live ones. But the other thing, too, is when I'm live, you can ask questions. If you come in and you're in a chat, and if you're lucky to get into a chat, then you can ask me questions. And the only way that you'll know I'm live, because the divine is the one that chooses which ones go live and not me, is that you can then get notification by hitting that bell once you subscribe. It's the only way that you'll know. And so please do that. I would hope so. Or otherwise share, like. I do get a lot of people liking and enjoying them, but not subscribing. Not sure why, but that's okay. I'm brand new, so that helps. Actually, brand new what? Let's see. What is this? We are in August. So only like 3-4 months. So, alrighty. So let's get going. So this is the oracles are giving me the energies for the next week. And we'll go from there. So the energies are a focus point on what's going on in your life and now. So basically what I do is I look at all the struggles and challenges that you might be going through life right now, or anything that you might be having coming into your life, and that we need to focus in on and how to get through those or how to enjoy them. The last reading I did was Gemini, and they got lots of lessons coming this week. So let's see if the divine has any more energies. We've got magic prayer out of the chute. So time to meditate, time to pray for those things that you need. If you believe in those, you should. One of those you should. Meditation is the same thing as prayer. It's just people don't like to call meditation prayer. Same thing. But this is where you need to ask specifically for what you're wanting. So apparently this is what we're doing, and which would make sense because right now we're actually going back down into the new moon again. So we're in a waning period of release and letting go of things to restart to think things over again, because when we get into that new moon, then we actually... Yeah, new moon. I'm trying to think. Full moon, new moon. Yes, they're into the new moon. I think it's the 18th of this month. Then we start going into the more of the receiving end. Right now we're in the giving end, like letting go end, and then we come back around into the receiving end when things can actually really grow and be abundant. So now is the time to ask the divine what you want for. But I do say be specific, because that's the only way the divine works. And they're like, well, what do you mean specific? Sorry, must be the rabbit. So when I say specific, that means like when you say, I want a house, I want to move to a new house. Well, that's general. It's sort of like these readings, unfortunately, have to be general until I sit down one-on-one with you. Then we can get more specific. But this is like, instead of saying just a house, I want a yellow house, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I want it on a half an acre. I want it, That's specific. So that's what the divine needs. If you don't give them that, he probably won't give it to you because he doesn't know what you want. And or he could give you a house that's falling apart and, hey, go ahead at it. You didn't ask, so this is what I gave you. So that kind of thing. All right. And I know for a fact because I have had too many witnesses. I'm writing a second book right now, so I'm an author of one right behind there. But I am doing it all about all my my hoo-hoo-ness. I call it my hoo-hoo-ness. My daughter's like, Mom, you know your hoo-hoo weird stuff? It's like, yeah. So all the different experiences I've had and just how, as an empath, how hard it is to grow as an empath, especially if you're not one to live alone. This is probably the hardest for somebody if they're like a social butterfly. It doesn't work. It just doesn't really work because empaths actually are very sensitive to so many things. It can be, for some, it can be a lonely life. I enjoy my life, but some people, it could be very lonely and depressing. So, being an empath, and that's what I teach on the spiritual, videos. So that's why if you do live, you know when those spiritual videos are being posted. Okay. So we get a couple cards here. So let's get on to this anyway. Stop my yapping. First out of the chute is actually the Four of, I can't even sit in here. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is actually about rest, rejuvenation, making sure you're taking care of yourself because there is an offering coming, and that's an offering of love, peace, just very spiritual high. It's like the high energies. It's just like if you think of the most beautiful places, you close your eyes and think of the most beautiful places, and that's where that love and that peace and that joy and everything comes. So you need to be prepared for that. So apparently it might take some energy. So there might be something coming that you need to get rested up for. Because that offering is coming. Because remember, I just said you need to ask specifically for what you want and be careful what you ask for, because words, people do not understand how powerful words are. Woo! There is so much power in words that you have no idea. When you use words just loosely, I really have a hard time with people that don't think before they speak, because you can cause so much damage or so much beauty when it comes to uplifting and growing somebody, or you could do so much damage and so much harm to somebody's spirit. The spirit actually is very strong, but their soul that listens to the spirit, which could be damaged or dysfunctional because of their past. It's in coaching, I see it all the time. A lot of low self-esteem, low self-worth, a lot of low depression, things like that. Depression is a circumstantial experience that is external. So you're depressed because your expectations and your reality are not meeting whatever the end result is. So you end up depressed or sad or whatever. Didn't realize I had a bruise. All right. So we have King of Pentacles. So I'm going to be jumping all over here because the energies are just crazy today. So the King of Pentacles. So it looks like, he's very confident. And it's all about career, all about business, all about entrepreneurship, all about that kind of thing. We have the Page of Wands, creative. So is somebody maybe starting a business or got an idea that maybe create them some money? Sort of like, my daughter tells me of her friends who commission art, that kind of thing. Or there's something there. I know another empath that she doesn't realize she has this beautiful ability of making these beautiful jewelry out of crystals and bracelets. And I said, you need to be selling that on Etsy and stuff. And So now she's starting to think about it. She just doesn't know how to do that template. But this is sort of like what I'm talking about here, this offering or something beautiful that is going to happen with this. Somebody's creative in this aspect. And let me tell you, I am an entrepreneur. I've been a business owner for many, many years. And this does take energy, a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of devotion, a lot of commitment, a lot of your self-sacrifice and your family's sacrifice. If you have anybody, if you have a boyfriend, a husband, they have to be on board with it, or you will end up with arguments. You'll end up with people feeling they're left behind, those kind of things. So if this is an entrepreneurship kind of thing, or starting a project that is going to take time away from somebody, if that is what your specific prayer is about, be really mindful, because you are going to be sacrificing a lot. A lot of people think, oh yeah, but I can't wait to be my own owner. I'll have all this time and all. No, you work more. It is more rewarding because it's your passion, but it is more detrimental to a lot of relationships. I almost lost my daughter because of it. You know, she had to go to counseling, and I didn't realize I was becoming a workaholic, and I was physically there, but I was not emotionally there because I was so focused on getting the job done, making money. And I enjoyed what I did. I enjoyed what I did. My daughter felt like she was a burden, like she was in the way. And I sold the business then. I sold the business. And the reason why I sold the business is I didn't want her. She should come first. She should come first. And that's okay. Then I got it back. And I promised her I would not work more than 50 hours. And I didn't. And because she said, Mom, you're always going to be the blanket lady. You're always going to be the blanket lady. And that's what she wanted. Yeah, just as we're talking about that, somebody is focusing on something. So there might be another person involved here. So you might want to step back and see who might be in your circle that maybe is feeling sad and left behind. They're not focusing in on the rewards that are going to be coming up. They're not seeing the future of it. They're just seeing right now. It's like, wow, all you do is work. All you do is this. All you do is this, you know, and it does take a lot of work, especially in the beginning. And because you're climbing up the mountain, no matter what it is, if this is a project, if this is school, if this is whatever, relationships, when you get into a relationship, they expect time from you. And so you're going to have to learn how to balance life a little bit better. And you can also you can go to our coaching at Get Balanced 2020. I can help you with that. But I'm just saying, thank you. Thank you for that. But the thing is, you have to have balance. You have to balance that's what they're saying is, you know, balance, focus on the positive, focus on everything coming in the positive, focus in on that first, whatever this project is for you, project or relationship, whatever this prayer or meditation is for you, be specific. And if you don't have time management on your side, you might have to take or go online and find out how time management works, because time management is your friend. And I'll tell you, super easy. You want to learn how to do time management. You put everything you need to do in a day. You get yourself an egg timer, and you give yourself a certain amount of time, and you set that egg timer until it goes ding. And when it goes ding, you need to stop and go do the next thing. No putzing around. No, well, I'll go 5 more minutes. No, do that egg timer and then you go. That's building discipline also. So we also have the 9 of Cups. So this is coming. This is a wonderful, wonderful reward. It is coming. Okay, so somebody is thinking. They're thinking about that offering coming, and then they're like, oh man, I really am excited for this person, but you know what? I'm being left out in the cold. I don't know if I like this or not. I don't know if I want this or not. Ooh, it's like a sadness, a real sadness. But you got to talk to that person, communicate with that person that, you know what, this is what the future is. This is for us. If there is another person involved, this is for our growth. This is for our potential. This is for our life. This is for blah, 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 whatever it is for you. Yeah. So you need to make sure you're communicating with them properly. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles, what we want to make sure is that you are sort of releasing your grip a little bit. Maybe this other person just wants to help, and maybe if you put them in together with whatever this project is, even if it's a teeny little thing, then maybe they'll feel like they're part of it. But this Four of Pentacles is like you're just trying to hold on to it. I'm just trying to hold on to it so tight. Not going to let go, not let anybody help have anything, and you need to release that, because if you do, you need to release your clenches and your stuff to be able to get to this point, because maybe that thing with this other person is going to bring you more joy, because then they feel more connected to you. I actually got my daughter start doing some leather work and things like that, because I'm leathersmith, so from saddles on down. But the thing is that she sort of felt like, oh, wow, now I feel like I'm part of Mom. I'm doing something with Mom, kind of thing. I didn't want her to follow in my footsteps, but I wanted her to, start building her creativity and in her mind of what it takes to be not only an entrepreneur, but to work on something hard and feel good about it in the end. So maybe that's something. I don't know who that's for. Divine just asked me to share that. Yeah. All right. So the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. And then we have the Moon. The Moon. So, again, something's hidden. Something is not happy. Something is, they're not saying it. They're not telling you, whoever this is, they're not saying, hey, I'm feeling sort of left out, or my feelings are sort of hurt, or anything like that. They're not going to tell you, but it actually is a point where they're like feeling, because you've got these also. So, towards the end here, and the Moon, this is a good thing. We just have to be really mindful when we pray or we meditate on something, because thank you. So when we do that, sometimes what we pray for and what we get, we don't realize the effect that we're having on people around us, or it is affecting people around us. We sometimes don't understand that. All right. And then we have to be mindful that it does. Well, I didn't think it bothered you. You never said anything. Well, I didn't say anything because, I didn't think you wanted to hear it. I didn't think you wanted to listen to it because you were so busy. Yeah, the King of Swords, saying the truth. They're not going to talk to you and tell you the truth. You need to ask. Are you okay with this? I need to hear the truth. I did that with a friend last night. I said, I really care for you, because you know what? You tell me the truth. You're not a passive. You don't tell me a passive. And what I mean by that is okay, I put on a nice dress and I actually it makes me really look fat. And, he's one of those people that will sit there and say, it's not that attractive to you. It makes you look heavier. So he's giving me his honest opinion. I'm not going to get mad at him for that. Why would I get mad at for somebody giving me their honest opinion? So this is where honesty comes in, and that goes both ways. So you need to be honest with him. You know what? I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. I need this project or this house. I'm working on this house. I'm working on, getting a business started. I'm working on, this startup of a project and this hobby. I'm getting ready to take a trip. I'm getting ready to go live overseas. I'm getting ready to, it could be a million things. I'm getting ready to do this. I know my girlfriend went over to Africa, just supposed to be there for a month, and it's been now going on 5 months, and she ended up getting married and probably not coming back. And I'm like, oh. But, and it's like, I'm happy for her. But the thing is that, again, this is that person that is feeling left out. This is a person that was like, wow, really, did you value me? That kind of thing. I know my self-worth and I know where it all is going because I have already seen what's going to happen. But the thing is, for somebody who doesn't, that's, you know, like, hey, you know, somebody doesn't have that strong self-esteem, strong self-worth, strong value sense. All right. 4 of Cups. Okay, 4 of Cups. So another thing of the heart. And the 4 of Cups, here we go. Again, what a double whammy. This is actually the exact same card, by the way. If you were to transpose this, it would look exactly like that. So the 4 of Cups. Again, so just my talking about it, bringing it forward, manifesting, that is what's happening somewhere. And then again, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, all about truth. We've got Wands, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Ace of Swords. So an offering of truth. Sit down, have a cup of coffee, and just have a normal conversation with somebody, and even ask them, hey, what do you pray about? Or what do you specifically dream about? What do you specifically want in life? And that kind of thing. All right, because it looks like it's coming to fruition, but the next week you got to make sure that whatever this person is or whoever this person is, and I think this is where a lot of your energy is going to go. So you're going to need some rest for mental energy to help lift this person up and knowing everything is going to be okay, whatever this is that you're dreaming about or working together. This could be a friend, this could be a lover, this could be, you know, a family member, a cousin, or whatever. I'm just getting somebody's feeling sort of left. You know, why is it that I never get what everybody else gets? You know, but that's also a mental state that you have to understand. That's a mental state of processing issue is what that is. So Aquarius, that is your reading for today. It is actually a very interesting reading. I would be really interested to hear somebody's comments about this if this was actually to fruition for you. This is an amazing, amazing reading. So please like, share, subscribe again, and hit that bell so you can get notifications when I'm on. And if you haven't checked out any of my spiritual growth videos, please go ahead and do that. If you subscribe, you'll be able to go to the spiritual growth playlist, and there's a bunch there. Whether if you want to grow your abilities or just understand your spirituality of where it is and how you get it and how you understand it and where it comes from, please go to the spiritual growth videos. And so if you have any comments or if you would like to see any new videos, just let me know. I would love to do them for you. I just need to know what kind of content you want to do. All right. Thank you a lot, Aquarius. We'll see you on the 24th. Please come back, and I hope you have a good, safe, healthy week. Make sure you get all your rest. All right. We'll talk to you soon.